Now, what did your parents do for a living?
My mama, she works with, I don't even know exactly what, I think it got something to do with houses and stuff. And my daddy, he in jail. I ain't speak too much of
Okay.
that.
Now, when it came to your mother and housing, real estate, I don't know exactly here, but
Yeah.
did she want you to follow her footsteps at all or field?
I mean, like, she used to run track. That's the closest thing I can think of. And I used to run track too, so I know she wanted to go, like major things like the Olympics and stuff like that. So I think when I was running track, she looked like, she was looking at me like her, like running track and stuff like that. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Like she wanted me to live the dream she had in the beginning. Not saying she was forcing me, but she seen herself in me. Let me put it like that. But now she ain't really force me into nothing or nothing like that. She ain't. She kind of liked the flow I'm going. So.
How far did track get for you?
I mean, not too far. I stopped running when I went to like 11th grade when I switched schools. But I went to like area. I was fast.
Why the school switch?
Ooh. I was into. I'm not saying I'm a messy person, but I ain't gonna lie, I was getting hated on that in school.
What was the cause or the stem of that? If there was
I
one.
feel like people trying to play on my top because one, I'm a goofy person, but I'm also laid back. So people think they can run over me until I start running my mouth, and then it get physical. So I'm not saying I was a troublemaker, but I handle my business when I need to.
So the school switch was voluntary. It wasn't.
Yeah, it was more so I gotta get out of here. I'm finna just finish school off, without the mess. So I just moved schools, and it still was a mess when I went to when I went to a new school. But it was just for like that year, just for 11th grade year, I was a mess, and then that was it. Drama free the rest, like my senior year and stuff.
But you never went back to that old school.
Nah.
And care to share the name of the initial high school and then the high school you graduated from?
Houghton was the school that I did 9th and 10th grade at, and then Richland High School was where I graduated from.
And what do you think it was that you were able to be drama free in the second school?
Because they had it was some cute boys there, but it wasn't like some real cute boys there. So it was nobody man for me to take. You know what I'm saying? Or not on purpose, but I mean, I wasn't ugly. So, girls kind of be feeling some type of way when it's a new cute girl in school. She kind of lit and like that. So they were just jealous.
Now, remind me one more time. Okay,
Yeah.
so track stopped when you switched schools?
Yeah, because I love relay. I was real big on relay. I was like third leg, and we was fast at Houghton, but at Richland we would always beat them. So I was not finna go to Richland and be running and get beat by my old school. That was not finna happen. So I was just like, it's cool. Like I ain't even finna do all that because track. I like track, but I didn't love it. It wasn't like my passion. So it was whatever with me with track.
What was your mother's reaction when you decided to stop?
I mean, she didn't really care. She was just like, whatever you want to do. Like, mama, she more so like she'll ride or die. Like, whatever I'm with, she with. Like.
And when it came to you switching schools, was that your call? Was that your mother's call or what?
Ooh. Actually, like, we had discussed it or whatever. And my mama, of course, she was like on her time. Because, I rushed it because I was so ready to move schools. And I ended up snitching saying that we had moved because we did move. And so, yeah, so they was basically saying, like, I don't know if they emailed her. They did something like they notified her that I snitched, that we moved, so I have to move schools. I think that's how it went. I hope I'm not lying. But if I remember right, that's how that went. So.
Now, in the American society, financially, how would you describe your upbringing?
Explain it. Explain what you mean.
Okay. Sometimes people grow up in different financial classes.
Yeah.
It could be poor. It could be lower middle class. It could be middle class, upper middle class, rich.
Yeah.
How would you describe?
I'm going to say we had enough money to where they was able to spoil us and give us whatever we wanted. That's how I put it.
And was it like that throughout your life, or did you see another class at some point?
Yeah, like whatever I asked mama for, even to this day, like if I ask her, oh, I want this, or da, da, da. And I'm 22 years old, so for mama to even be spoiling me still, like we kind of like just spoil each other. Like we got money, but it's not like, oh, we like Jada rich and Ari rich yet. But we basically get whatever we want, but we're not just spending out of control, like going crazy, but we got money though.
Now, even though you had money, was there an age where you sought to earn your own money?
Oh yeah. I think I started working my senior year. I was working at the movies. Movies was lit. I was watching movies my whole shift. I was sneaking out, but that's really when I started making my own money, like when I started working and stuff. And then Instagram came in, promos, all that. So.
And how many jobs you end up having?
Ooh, I had like 15. Like I was quick to quit a job. Like if I ain't like something, it's time to go. Like I quit. I be there for an hour and dip. Like I don't play that. If I don't like something, I'm gone.
Now, when it came to your resume of jobs, do you remember all 15?
No. A lot of them came from like temps, like just easy get in, get out. Like that's how, and then that's really where like the money be at, cause they'll be hiring for like 15 an hour, like stuff like that. But like I used to work at Walmart, they were paying them like 11, like so temps was where it was at.
Now, when it comes to the 15, what jobs were not temp?
Walmart, Six Flags, the movies, call center. That a temp? I don't know if that was a temp. What was another one? I think that was, I can't even think. I worked at Finish Line. I didn't work at a lot of places. I can't say her name all of them, but them the main ones I remember though.
Okay. Now, when it came to your first job, which was the movie theater,
Yeah.
how were you introduced to that job?
I was at the movie, so I just think like I don't want to say I'm lazy, but I like to be chilling at work. Like I don't like to be, like all in the mix. I like to be laid back, being on my phone and stuff. So if I'm somewhere and I see, oh, she over here chilling, like I'm gonna apply. That was me. So I'll be right there at the concession, not the concession stand, but the ticket box and stuff like that, or like cleaning like the movies and stuff. But I'll be in there just chilling though, like. So that's how it went.
And what was your actual position at the movie theater?
If they had put me down for like cleaning up the theaters and stuff, but really like I catch on quick, so they want me to like act like I'm a manager around that bit. So they have me doing everything.
Now, you did have a lot of jobs. Well, before I ask you this next question, how long did you end up working at that first job, the movie theater?
Like a month, maybe. Yeah.
And then you quit. Now, because you had so many jobs, I'm going to kind of consolidate my questions here. When it comes to the jobs, you always quit. Was there ever a job you got fired from?
The only job that I got fired from, it was kind of like, same thing, I guess. It was like a temp job. We didn't have work for like a couple weeks, and they had to let everybody go. Like, I'm the quitter. You ain't gonna fire me. I'm the quitter. I'm the one to go.
And when it came to these jobs that you had, would you always work one job after the other, or would you ever work two jobs at the same time?
Oh, no. I ain't gonna, it was one after the other. So it's like, I quit today, have a job tomorrow.
Were any of the jobs you had, excuse me, were any of the jobs you had tough?
Yeah. And that's the reason why I quit a lot of them. It was attempts. Like, I was working at like warehouses, so they probably had me picking up stuff. I'm little. They got me picking up something that's 75 pounds. You got me messed up. So I feel like you're trying to get me out of here, and I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm gonna go. So I be feeling like they set me up, so I do. Like,
You are 5'1". How much do you weigh at this point?
I weigh 120 now. But then I was probably like 104 or something.
And out of all the jobs you had, were any of the jobs dangerous?
Nah. No.
What was the best thing about any of these jobs that you had?
The money. Like the temps, like getting paid every week and stuff like that. That was straight. I like that fast money. Wasn't really nothing. Or when I worked at Walmart, it was pretty cool. Like I had an hour break. I was chilling on my phone. I don't know. I don't really like working, so I can't really just say it was just
What was the worst thing about any of these jobs?
going to them. Dealing with customers and stuff. I can't. When you work at a customer service job, that's when you really see how crazy people is. You be like, what? Like, they be saying stuff that don't even make sense. You wouldn't even think people really be coming up to you with the stuff they be coming up to you with. Like, it's crazy.
Now, I wanted to also ask you, too, when it came to some of these other jobs that were not temp jobs.
Yeah.
Walmart, what was your position there exactly?
I was a cashier.
Okay. Six Flags?
I was working at Fright Fest. I was a monster. I'm so lame.
Was that just a temporary position because of
like
a Halloween season?
It was, but you had the option of if you want to stay or not. And I did stay, but I had quit like Christmas season. They had me pushing people down like the little sleigh thing on some snow. And I'm little, so this is when I was like overweight. Like I had to push a big man down a little thing. Oh, they had me messed up. I was like, all right, it's tripping. I'm finna fall down with this man.
What was your role when it was Fright Fest?
What was my rule?
No, what was your role?
Oh, role. I was like a zombie. I had to crawl on the floor and stuff. It was lit. This was before, of course, it was before COVID, so it was more lit. Like, you can be all up on people. Like, it was lit. I ain't gonna lie. It was fun.
You enjoyed scaring people?
Yeah. And I'm so little, and they used to be like, you don't scare me. You so little. Like, girl, bye.
And when it came to Finish Line, what was your position there?
What is it, sales associate? Yeah, sales associate. I was selling shoes. You know, my biggest thing was getting the dudes. Like, get these shoes. Girls don't like you in these shoes. I used to make me some sales, honey.
What happened when there were sneakers that everybody wanted to get?
I was never there for them days. I don't do it all that. I actually, I wasn't there a long time at Finish Line. I was there for maybe like 2 months. And then I had to stop working for a little bit. I got like into a car accident, so I couldn't work for like a year. So I had to stop working there.
What happened with the car accident?
Ooh-wee. I was with a homegirl. We was leaving Parks Mall. And I didn't even really get to watch everything, but I was picking up, I think I was picking up my phone off the floor. But you know how you can see from the side? She was like tripping, like trying to get the wheel under control. It had locked on her, the wheel. And we hit like 2 trees. We hit 2 cars. We hit, I think the second car, it was a man in there. He flew to the other side. It was crazy. It was a crazy wreck. Yeah.
Did you get hurt?
Yeah, my head was hurt. I still got back problems and stuff like that. But
Were you the worst that got injured in that whole situation?
no, the man he was in his seat. No, he wasn't in his seatbelt. Like, he was on the driver's side. We, like, jumped the curb and hit him on the driver's side. He flew to the other side of his car, like, in the passenger side. I think he was messed up bad. Yeah. I think he good, though.
And you were just the passenger in that car.
Yeah, I was just chilling.
When it came to any of these jobs, and you had quite a few, any crazy stories, anything out of the norm, other than what we talked about thus far when it came to any of your jobs?
What's a crazy one? I know this one man, I was working at a warehouse, and I think he maybe followed me on Instagram or something. He was like an old man. I forgot his race. But yeah, he was there, and he was just being really weird. He was like, I know you. And I'm like, I already knew where we're from. And I'm like, oh, yeah. He's like, yeah. So after that, he just started being weird, following me around, like all that. Every break, I would see him. If I'm going to the restroom, I'm seeing him. Like, how you know I'm going to the restroom? And it just got to a point where I felt uncomfortable. I had to do it. And that was another reason why I quit the job. And I wasn't even driving then, too, so I would have to wait for my ride to come get me. I just feel like it was just too unsafe because I didn't want to be stuck there with him. Like, yeah, I do.
This was another coworker or employee there?
Yeah, he was creepy. Oh, man.
Did you report this to people higher up?
No. You know what? I got one more crazy story. I was working at a warehouse, and I was working I don't know. They started lying on me saying I was following a boy around just because I was cute, and they was just being like real weird, lying on me like all that. They almost got me fired, but I quit before they could fire me, so I didn't get fired. But that's another weird. That's weird too to me.
Let me just go back to that other story though with this
Okay.
coworker that you were not happy to work with or work
Yeah.
alongside. Why not report that to your superior or whoever's higher than you?
Cause I was already ready to leave anyway, so I just felt like it was a good reason to do it. It was just like whatever. It was temp, so I knew if I wanted to go back, I could just go back. So I wasn't even really just too much trying to do all that.
Just curious there. Okay. Now, how far along with music were you during any of these jobs?
I was probably like a couple months in. Like I was real new, like new to the booth. Like, yeah.
And you would get noticed. You gave us an example where somebody felt like they recognized you.
Yeah.
But was it just because of Instagram in those days, or was it ever because of music?
Instagram for the most. Like, not so long ago, I quit my Walmart job. That's the last job I had was Walmart. And I used to always get noticed, by the whole city. Like, that was like the Walmart everybody went to. So, like, I always got noticed. People would take pictures of me, like, all of that. Or they would be wanting me to sing my songs. And I'm like, girl, we at Walmart. Like, it'd be crazy stuff like that. It'd be making me feel good, but it's like, dang, I gotta get out of here. Like,
Would you ever play it off when you were recognized at Walmart?
Yeah, because sometimes I'm a very shy person sometimes, especially at work. I ain't got my makeup on. I ain't, like, flashy, like, when you see me on Instagram and stuff. So I feel like, dang, like, I feel like I'm playing myself. I'm, like, I'm too available. That's how I feel. But I'm never rude to people that support me, So it was, all love. But in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, shit.
But sometimes there would be times where you would get recognized and you would say, no, that's not me. Or, I mean,
Oh,
no, that's...
Nah, I be telling them, like,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
that's me.
you would?
Yeah.
Okay. That was my original question is, would you ever play it off?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, I be letting them know, like, yeah, it's me. Don't be telling everybody where I work at, though.
Out of all the jobs, where'd you work the longest?
At Walmart. I worked there for like a year and a couple months.
And which job was the shortest? I know the movie theater was a month.
Yeah, it had to be the movie theater. No, I'm a liar. I worked at this one temp. I was there for an hour, and I left. It was too much work. I don't even want to say it was too much work. Them boxes was heavy, and the lady, she was already tripping an hour in, so I'm like, yeah, you was like, you tripping.
Now, when it came to the temp service that you worked for, was it just the same temp service all the time you'd work for? They would just give you different assignments, or you work for different temp companies?
Different ones, because if you keep going back to the same one, they're going to be like, nah. Trust me, I tried that. When I was working all them jobs, they was like, girl, you quit like it ain't nothing. Like,
So when you would quit a job, you'd have to quit that temp agency or that temp company as well?
No, like, you probably can get, like, 2 more jobs out of them. But if, it depends. Like, if you get fired, you can't go back to them for a little bit. I think like 6 months, like 3 to 6 months, something like that. But like you can go back to them, but you just can't be doing too much. Like you can't be going there every 5 jobs. You can't do that. Like, and I think you gotta wait every 6 months, like 3 to 6 months to go back to them.
What do you think kept your attention at Walmart that you worked there for over a year?
It was chill, and you got hour breaks. They were very lenient. Let me play that. They were real lenient, and because I started getting busy with music, like shows and stuff, they were very cool about it. So they was letting me off and stuff like that until it became too much. And they had to let me know, like, we can't keep letting you off, though. Like, it's been a long... I was having to take off every month, like, and then it started going to work, like, every other week. So then that's when they started, like, oh, now we can't let you do that.
Now, I don't know if you said this during this interview or not, but did you ever quit because of music?
Yeah, that's why I quit Walmart.
Okay. I don't know if you said that or not.
I didn't.
Okay.
But that's why I quit that job. If it wasn't for music, I probably would have still stayed there. But other than that, I feel like I need to focus on music, and I feel like stuff is going good. So,
if you could, would you ever consider owning any of the jobs you worked at?
You know what? If I could, I would own Walmart. They make a lot of money. I'd be crazy. That's the only place, Walmart. Because I think they get paid more than everybody else I was working for.
And for time reference, it's September 2021 now.
Yeah.